Hey, 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 everybody. Michelle is back. Oh, man. Woo. Let me tell you, it's a Monday for sure. Getting ready to handle my business, take care of some things. And I told you, I just did a video. It should be uploading soon. Today's Monday. I think March the 30th. But what's happening is my place has so much dust in it. So I'm doing everything in my power to clean it up in there. And as I said, the whole area is under major construction. The roads. And that creates a lot of dust. At the same time, they're implementing replacing so-called lawns, LAWNS, with non-grass over here, which is a logistical failure awaiting to happen. But nobody wants to listen to anybody. You need grass in order to handle issues with potential flooding, all these other potential situations happening. But I know a lot of people are doing the best they can. I'm assuming. I'm not sure what the plans are. I do not interfere because it wouldn't matter anyway. Again, I told you about over here in this region. The mountains are disappearing because they're using a lot of those pieces of mountain, to cover the landscape here, because there's a belief, and it's a belief that rocks can assist, I believe, with the flow of water. And so it doesn't hurt to test it out, but I wouldn't consider that for a large portion of a city without making sure it works. But anyway, we'll just let people do what they do. At least they're doing something, and in hopes of looking at the results of it all, and then determining how best to handle it. Because what it is about water. Everybody's fighting over water, especially here over the West Coast, because there's a shortage somehow. Even though we had all of that flooding and all of the rain and all of this and that and the other, we still end up with supposedly shortage of water. So a lot of that water was not reclaimed, and it wasn't handled properly. And the places that use the water the most are the ones that are the most neglectful and unprepared. Okay? Again, all of that flooding, all of that rain, where did it go? It dissipated and disappeared, apparently. Just like the billions of dollars that went into resolving the homeless crisis. But, I'm talking too much when it comes to that. But anyway, I'm on my way to run some errands. This Monday morning, it's kind of overcast. And the temperature is supposedly already in the high 80s. And but I just wanted to say this and make this very clear to the individuals who are righteous and doing the best they can to remain above the fold, remain aware and conscious, and understanding cause and effect, understanding that their responsibilities and accountabilities. People are going to bother you. Okay, people are going to intentionally bother you because you're minding your fucking business. They're going to attempt to bother your assets. As I said, worrying about what's in your bank accounts, worrying about where you're going, what are you buying, who are you talking to, what are you watching. All of those kind of things are going to be raised in a more intense form than it's ever been before. Continue to do you. Continue to live and Be as peaceful as possible. Don't retaliate unless your life is in danger. People are just, it's that criminal negative energy, and it's fortified with jealousy and envy. They see that you are happy and content, because I know I emit that type of energy, whereas I am happy, content. And I know when to fold and I know when to walk away. At the same time, I know when to defend myself, and I know how to defend myself. And so I've usually have made it out safely, metaphor. Whereas I get through it, and and it has developed me into a more grateful person, a more loving person, and caring, and most importantly, having empathy for people, compassion. It's all there. I have all of that for humanity, regardless of how humanity responds to that. We are in such a peril of consequences. All I can do is just send out love to those that will be experiencing it. Some of you are going to be, just caught in the middle, so just do the best you can to get yourself out of it and see how you can resolve that. Whereas you come out safe, along with your family and the people that you care about, your environment. Always put those things above it all, above your materialism. Ask yourself, what is enough for me right now while everything stabilizes itself? What is enough for me? And you know what that is. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right now. This is a typical Monday flow, and I'm just gonna enjoy the moments as best I can while handling my business and taking care of my affairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and send peace and love all over the stars and moon and mountains. At the end of the day, it's about universal love. Share it.